What's up, guys? Welcome back to Feed the Beast Interactions. I got a few things done between episodes. So first of all, I made up some tungsten steel coils for this blast furnace, which we've been using for on demand at the moment. And we upgraded it to EV now that we have the flux plugs and it's not too difficult. I've just been setting up, this will be our mana dust automation. We're about to make the mana chicken and then we'll automate unstable mana. This, then we have the primal chicken there. That's just outputting into this centrifuge. And we're just outputting everything into barrels with void upgrades because there's multiple chance outputs and I don't want to figure out how to not fill my system otherwise. I put a vacuum freezer in here. I'm not 100% sure what I think about it yet. But I was planning on doing the same with the EBFs eventually. Because it's built the right size to fit them. I might end up just like covering up these anywhere that there's not machines when it's done. I'm not sure yet. But this is getting air from this air collector, freezing it down into liquid air. We're centrifuging for the noble gases. We're keeping argon and noble gases. We're just voiding the nitrogen and oxygen for now. And then noble gases gives us hydrogen, deuterium, helium, and carbon dioxide. We're avoiding the carbon dioxide for now. Whether or not I'm going to keep doing that, undecided. But we're going to need quite a bit of hydrogen going forward, so I figured I should probably set that up. What else do we do? There's a couple more machines down in the on-demand area. It's just cutting machines and compressors. And also I set up the second diesel gen. And we now have the maximum amount of EV batteries storing power for our flux network. I made this ritual of unmaking from Blood Magic. This just lets you throw an enchanted item in a book and then uses LP to take the enchantment off the item and put it on the book. And I made this pretty much just for one specific reason, because these hell shells are twice as powerful when they are enchanted with Hell Infusion 10. So I've just been putting it on swords. Well, I stripped it off of one of the shelf that we got as a request reward first of all, and then I've just been putting it on swords and taking it off of the swords. And we put it on swords using the Britannia Mana Enchanter, which is the one other thing that I did between episodes. It's a pretty simple multi-block. It was all stuff we'd crafted before. So, any sort of Britannia flowers can go here. The page I was looking at didn't list the tall flowers, so I wasn't sure if I could put those there, so I just made floating flowers. They look kind of neat anyway. And then the mana pylons, we'd made them before. It's a little bit of a pain getting all the aurum gems. And this is just a block of lapis, an obsidian kind of circle. And you put an enchanted item on here and a book on here and hit it with the Wand of the Forest and it uses mana. And it enchants the item, but it doesn't use the book. So I've just been duplicating the Hell Infusion to put on the bookshelves. The bookshelves are still kind of expensive, so I've only crafted one more and enchanted that one and the one other one we had that wasn't enchanted. Yeah, that's what I did between episodes, so I got quite a bit done. It was mostly all stuff that we'd done a few times before, so I didn't really want to bother putting it in an episode. So first thing we're going to do today is make the mana chicken. And that is a chicken, 2 flawed Vintium, 2 mana crystals at 4, I forget what they're called, resonating gems, that's it. And we need 64 Potentia, 48 Precantatio, 32 Volatus, and 16 Alienus. Looks like we might be short on the Potentia. Yeah, we are. Volatus, we have the Alienus, and Precantatio we have. So I'll just smelt some more redstone down. Okay, so I've got a mana chicken 10 tendon set up. I've only got 2 light welds going for now. Probably going to need more, I think. And this is then going into a drum, extracting into the system. I'm keeping 100 buckets in there, but this is like 256 buckets here as well, so we should keep plenty of it. Next up, we're going to want to automate unstable mana. It's just going to be another mixer. We have the ethanol, the mana, the redstone. We will need to automate this as well. And we got nether chickens from a nether dungeon. So I guess I'll 10-10-10 those just so that we're passive nether wart. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. And we'll just craft these this way. And then once we've passived the unstable mana, that will finish our mana dust passiveness. It just needs the unstable mana. And then finally, we can passive primal mana. And I think I'm going to use this recipe. It's because you get more primal mana for your mana dust. There's also this recipe, but you only get 1 bucket for 1 mana dust. This is quite expensive, being 5 buckets of unstable mana. And then once we have primal mana, we can make dark matter, which is my current objective of sorts, I suppose. There's 10-10-10 nether wart chickens. I'm just keeping 1,000 in the system, and I'm just tucking this away because it doesn't need any processing. Just noticed, it's kind of hard to see, but there's gel toluene in this. We haven't started making this yet, and I've been kind of putting it off. It's not super complicated. We just need light fuel, naphtha, heavy fuel. We could make it from wood tar. It's 1,000 to 20. If we do it with wood tar, it's 1,075. Probably go the wood tar route. And we're actually going to need a lot of this in the pack. Interesting. Because not only is this used for the simple blood catalysts, but it's also used for TNT. Just mixed with some sulfuric acid. And we need a lot of TNT because in order to make the reinforced iridium alloy, we need TNT. We need this for the neutron reflectors for the fusion reactor. And also, what we're probably going to need more for is to upgrade from neutrons to neutronium nuggets and neutronium nuggets to neutronium ingots. This is going to cost us a lot of TNT. And we're not quite there yet, but it's probably only going to be a couple more episodes and we'll be starting to get close. So we should probably get on this now. Are we storing wood tar? I think we were hoping to, but we just never back up enough on... I have the acetone. I'm really laggy again today. You know what's changed? I will try not to run around too much on episodes so that it's not so noticeable. Oh, we've backed up on wood vinegar now. Okay. Can we use this wood vinegar for anything else, or should I just avoid it? We could get more methanol, although we've got plenty of this now. Could use it as a secondary source of ethanol, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll use it as a secondary passive source as ethanol just to get everything moving again, rather than voiding it, because voiding it seems like a waste, and we're a little short on ethanol still. And we're going to need more for the unstable mana. Okay, so I've set up distillery for toluene. I'm going to keep 500 buckets of this in the system, I think, because we're going to need a lot of this. And then on top of that, I'll just go straight into the system. Look, I saw this processing. Let me put the right circuit in the right 2. No, it should be 3. And I'll also put quite a large limit on the gel toluene as well, So I don't know how much TNT we're going to need, but it's going to be a lot. This is the better recipe for toluene, but it needs sugar. I guess I could do pristine witch matter for sugar. Probably the easiest way. Like renewable way. So automated gelled toluene. And it's just tiny parts of polyethylene pulp and sugar. The sugar we're getting from a witch model back there. And then the tiny piles of polyethylene pulp. We are just fluid solidifying polyethylene into nuggets and macerating it into polyethylene pulp. So that's now giving us a simple power catalyst. I'm not holding many of these in the system. I don't think we should need too many at once. That should give us everything that we need to automate unstable mana. We have ethanol, mana, redstone, and the simple power catalysts. Also finally got around to automating honey from outside. I've been doing this manually the whole time. Just kept putting it off. We've got a storage bus on a barrel outside with all the honeycomb in it. And then this is just automatically outputting into a fluid extractor. And then that's coming around to our brewery for our ethanol production for making polyethylene. Now we have our unstable mana coming into our mana dust system. And here we have Primal mana passived. I don't know how much we're going to store of this for now. It's a pretty slow craft though, so it shouldn't go too overboard. And we're going to be somewhat limited by mana dust, I think. Also, I found a cheetah's Thaumonomicon in a dungeon and I made the mistake of using it. And now this happens sometimes and I get attacked by Eldritch Guardians. A lot of fun. Also set up or octupling, I think this is. It's still not fully automated over here. A lot of our ore comes in dense, so I can just chuck it in here if I want it. I don't think I want to octuple everything quite yet. We need a little bit of vanadium so that we can make the dark matter. So I don't have a lot of the ore because I thought it was useless in all honesty. But, we're just going to make a little bit of this up for now. We don't actually really need this yet. But I want to make this repair talisman. So can we start repairing our armor a little bit? If I just AFK and stuff. My Mantle of the Stars is getting kind of low, even with Unbreaking 24 on it. And problem is that to make the pedestal, we actually need red matter. We're not that far off being able to make red matter, to be honest. We just need an IV blast furnace, and I could just put another EV energy hatch on the one that I'm using. And we have everything else for it. I might do that just to get the repair pedestal, but we'll see. I think the next thing I want to do is, there isn't really any IV power from what I could see. And I could just step everything up from EV, but I don't really like the sound of doing that very much. So I think we're going to try and build this photofission reactor. And it really doesn't look too bad. It's all stuff that we've made before, I think. Obviously, we've made the machine controllers and input hatches, output hatches, etc. The stable titanium machine casing's the same as the diesel gen. Nichrome coil blocks we have. Titanium pipe casing we had on the diesel gen. Like, from what I can see, the hardest thing here is the empowered emetic crystal blocks, which, you know, will take a bit of time. How many did we need? 3. That's 27 of these. And we have all the ingredients. We might have to make up some more mana pearls. But yeah, just crafting all of these will take a while. I'm waiting for mana to refill and stuff. Actually have enough emeratics nearly. We still have some green crystal shards. But yeah, I'm assuming that the way that this works is because it goes out into steam turbines. We build these large steam turbines, and then assumedly we start out with an EV hatch. And an EV rotor holder. And then I would assume that we just step up the power output. Either that or we just put transformers on the back of all of these. I guess honestly it doesn't matter since we're turning everything into RF and then turning it back into EU. The most important thing is just getting enough storage in case we lose a bit and having enough uranium hexafluoride to keep it going. I don't know how quickly it uses this. It suggests that 1 millibucket's 67 buckets of steam. But I don't really know how long that's going to last in a turbine, etc. Because 1 millibucket seems like quite a lot when it's 1 uranium-235 for 2 buckets. And we have a lot of 235 already. 350 dust and some ingots. So yeah, I think first of all we'll try building this multi-block. And we will just see how much fuel it uses and if it still runs when it's full of steam. Figure out how it works and then figure out if we can build enough turbines to make it worth it. Because I think this will see us like all the way through IV and through LUV. And then assumedly by then we will be getting power from either plasma or this 0-point matrix with, is it Quadria fuel? Quadratic fuel. Yeah, I will program all the recipes for this into the system and we will see if we can make it. Okay, so I think I've put all the recipes in. So let's see if we can get away with crafting this. So we need a machine controller. It's not a good start. Brass plates, iron gear, advanced alloys. Should have the advanced alloy plates in here, I think. I swear the system knows how to make brass plates, just not these ones. Let's do brass plates. Oh, and iron gears, right? Now, do I have to go and replace the... I do, okay. Make these bronze holes, this... Yeah, those brass plates, that's what I want. How about now? Yeah, that's one done. And then after this, we are going to need 2 fluid input hatches. I think I programmed the huge ones in. I might need to put in a couple of the crafts for that. I'm not 100% sure. This is going to take a moment because it needs to craft the red alloy in the blast furnace. Everything else should be really quick though, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it says it outputs, what, 64 buckets of steam? 67 buckets of steam. So I don't even know if this hatch is going to be big enough or not. But it seems to think it can take the tiny ones. So we need 3 of these. Okay, we need to teach to make steel cells. I think this should be easy enough. Steel ring. Oh, it's dense steel plates. Okay. And they need a 1. so I know which assembly machine those go in. Yeah, we're gonna need another metal bender if we want to. I might just put these through manually because I don't really want to build another metal bender just for cells. I haven't seen anything else that uses these dense plates other than the cells. So I'm probably just going to manually craft the plates. I need 4 more. I'm fine with that being the only problem that it had though. Okay, so next up after this will be 23 stable titanium machine casings. We have 6, so we're going to need 17 more. Still only have 1 CPU, I need to fix that. Perfect. This should take no time at all. And then we have the structural glass. We're going to come back to the nichrome coil blocks. We have the patch, so we need 12 titanium pipe casings. And these should be reasonably quick as well. We'll come back to the emeradic crystals, and then we need 2 mechanism laser acceptors. Oh, didn't I teach you how to make bronze yet? Okay, this one, I think we have some thermal crate. I think it's just still in here. Yeah. Do you have lenses in here as well? No. We'll have to craft that. I can't automate the lenses. Teach you how to make bronze and electrum rods. I've only just automated the alloy smelters, so I haven't taught it how to make everything yet. And electrum rods. In the lathe. I'm going to have to put an expansion in there. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, of course, the mana lenses. These 4 mana steel, mana glass. We're going to need 8 of these. I know we've got some mana glass panes. Are they in here still? Yeah. Yeah. I'm still not fully moved over yet. Mostly because I've been trying not to completely fill my AE system straight away. Okay. And perfect. Okay, so now those are done. We have nichrome coil blocks and empowered emeradic. I can't speak. Empowered emeradic crystal blocks. I need 27. And then we need mana pearls and flawless emerald. Need to make some more mana pearls. We should have the flawless emeralds though. Yeah, we do. Okay, let me just make up some mana pearls really quickly. It'll be really easy now that we've got unstable mana automated. And these empowered crystals are really easy to make up now. The only thing that takes time is waiting for the mana pools to refill. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to end the episode here for today, and I'll finish making these up, and I will also, I'm going to upgrade the blast furnaces that are still on nichrome up to tungsten steel, but I need to make up more tungsten steel for that, and then we can use that nichrome for the factor fission generator, and then we'll have everything. So at the start of next episode, we'll put it together and see if we can figure out how it works. I will try and get as many of the resources at least together for some turbines as well as I can, and we'll mess about with all of that, and that will be our job for next episode, and maybe look at getting into some basic IV stuff. So thanks everyone for watching, especially if you've made it all the way to the end. I look forward to seeing you all again next episode. Bye.